So hey, how is everybody today? Of course I can't hear your answer, but I want to tell you today, on this amazing Sunday here in the sunny state, I've decided to tackle banana apple carrot bread. And these are the ingredients you see below, and I will put them at the end of this video so that you can see the quantities. But we're going to start the video. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ground these almonds, and we're going to take a look at that in just a minute. Now, these almonds, I'm not putting them in there so much for flavor, but for the nutritional aspect. So next up, I'm going to put everything in the bowl, and we're going to do the creaming of the mixture. Okay, and in this bowl, you'll see that we have 3 bananas. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a 1/4 cup of sour cream, and a 1/4 cup of honey. And we're going to blend this all up, and the next step will just be to add the dry ingredients. And at this point, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees, so let's get rolling. Love my KitchenAid. It's a bit noisy. So I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. Stop it a minute. Just get in here. All that goodness and all that moisture. Now, you know, in this recipe, it calls for white flour and oatmeal. But again, I'm tweaking it to be something I like. So I'm adding in wheat flour and white flour. And you know, wheat flour does absorb moisture at a different rate than white flour. So I will be putting the amount of flour, the 2 different ones I'm using, on the recipe at the end. So here we go. Final blend, just a quick one. Okay, I forgot to add the egg, so I'm giving it a quick mix. I added the egg. The other video did not show the egg, so I'm just going to give it a quick whirl. My wet ingredient is missing an egg, and we can't have that. So let me get my attachment off here. Oops. So in this bread recipe, you know, you don't have to mix it to death, but we are going to mix it a little bit just to get the flours all blended together. Oops, sorry. Okay, so right here, I'm using whole wheat flour and white flour, and I have a 1/2 cup of both. And then to that, I'm just going to add a little bit of baking soda, which is going to be a 1/2 teaspoon. You know, I used to never sift, but what I found out is it really does make everything a little lighter. It's not so heavy when you sift. And I mean, for years I never sifted, but I want to tell you, sift. Sift your flour into your wet ingredients. And I've already added some salt, so you're not going to see me do that. But all I'm going to do is just sift this right in here. And I'm not going to overmix this. So I'm going to show you. You know, I really do love to bake. And so, you know, my goal is just to bring a smile to somebody's face. If they like it, I totally dig it. Here we go. We're going to give it a little bit of a mix here. And I'm just going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Well, actually it's a teaspoon. Sorry. And here we go. Okay, that's it. And now, folks, this looks really good. So I would say I blended that about 30 seconds. Now I have done banana nut bread by blending by hand. I've done it both ways. On this particular recipe, I'm trying it this way because a lot of the times when I get to the dry ingredients in my banana breads, I usually mix it by hand. So this one, as you can see the consistency, not completely smooth. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my almonds, my carrot, and then earlier you saw that I chopped those apples. Whew. So this is a pretty healthy dish. I did choose to put sugar in it, although it did not call for it, and my form of sugar is honey. Now I'm not going to overmix at this point. I just want to kind of get these blended in there, as you can see. I like making banana bread, and I also like making homemade breads. They're so easy. People buy bread all the time, and it's really just a few ingredients. So, okay, so here we go. I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and I'm going to get this into my loaf pan, and we will be back.